B, and I'm here with another video. I'm here to talk about a few subjects. Um, um, it's like, you know, it's called, if sex is the only thing you bring to the table, then you are 3 or 4. And Kevin Samuels was right. These women think just because, you know, they have a high body count or they slept with a bunch of dudes you know, that that means that they're really doing something and, like, oh, you know, you know, I, I don't need a good man. I could just date whoever I want and I'll be good. And like, if that's your only value as a female is, you know, at least I give him sex and you know, he should be able to pay me and give me all you want, and he should be able to pay me and give me like, you know, all these resources because I'm bringing coochie to the table. If that's your only value, then you can't expect dudes to take you seriously in a relationship. You can't expect them to take you seriously because that's all you're about is just the coochie. And that's why I don't really take these females seriously outside of that because that's all they really are about at the most part. Um, that's why I just stay to myself and I try to like vet these women before dating them because they expect you to do all this stuff for them. They expect you to be a provider, a protector, you know, all this stuff like give them money, trick off on them but then they just want to be a 3 or 4 at the end of the day. And that's one of the main reasons why, you know, I just take my time when it comes to trying to find who I want to date because most of these women ain't worth nothing and they just they just want to be thoughts and their body counts are extremely high. Like the average woman's body count is like probably over 30. Not only that, it's like they probably had sex with so many dudes before they even hit the age of 21. That's just being generous. I could say 18, but really 21. At the standard, at the minimum, that should be the minimum, but it could be less than that, and that's one of the main reasons why I just stay on my toes and I just don't take a lot of these chicks seriously because this stuff is never about what you can do for me or how real of a man you are. It's about just getting in between your legs and you know being a thought and being. It's not about being submissive. Being a good housewife. Being a good nurturer for your kids because most of these women they don't really give a flying freak about any man that's out there. All they care about is how they could get over the next man and finesse the system. They don't care about anybody else, and that's one of the main reasons why I just stay away from a lot of these chicks nowadays, especially these modern 304s, these modern chicks. Like a lot of them really don't care about who they get over on or who they finesse. They don't really care, and they don't really care who they gotta like, get over on or burn to get to where they gotta go. Like look at the Me Too movement and stuff like that. Like that's all they could. That's all they're about, man. Like they can't do nothing else. They're not lawyers, doctors, um, people that construction workers. They can never do stuff that we do and be taken seriously. Like you know, like actual crafts, actual trades. They can never do it because nobody takes them seriously outside of just beauty and beauty standards and stuff. Like like that saying, just sit there and look pretty. That's just all they could do at this point because like they can't do nothing else. But you know, they're the most employed, the most educated, but they don't offer anything else at the table. You know, and that's one of the main reasons why I just stay away from these chicks for the most part, and I just go about my business and do my thing, because it's just time to just it is what it is, man. Like Kevin Samuels was right, but my only problem with Kevin Samuels, you know, my only issue with Kevin Samuels is he was leading with his wallet instead of his actual. He was leading with his wallet instead of his masculinity. He was leading with his wallet, and most of these women are leading with their coochie. But he was leading with his wallet to get with the coochie. Like, oh, if he make 50K a year, you could get with these women. But in order to get with, and then these women were like, oh, okay, like I'll get with this man as long, at least he makes 50K a year. And it's like that's what I'm saying. Like when you leave with your wallet, these are the only type of women that you're able to attract. That's the only problem I have with Kevin Samuels. But he was right about these chicks, though, for the most part. He was right about them. But the only issue I had with him was he was leading with his wallet, like 50K a year. Like, she can't date a nigga that, work a warehouse job, you know, and is really stacking up. What's wrong with working a warehouse job? That's the problem I have with these chicks. Like, they'll never date a nigga that work a warehouse job, but they want a nigga that works 6 figures and expect to get treated the same like the nigga that worked the warehouse gonna treat you. You expect to get treated the same as him, and it's like, nah, he ain't gonna treat you the same as that dude gonna treat you because if he's smart, he'll just, keep it to himself and save his money. But, you know, you'll shit on the warehouse dude, the blue collar dude, and then go to the 6 figure dude and expect him to just give you money with open arms, and it just doesn't work like that. You have to know that there's levels to this shit, you know. But that's all I have to say, man. Like, these women don't bring anything. They don't offer any value. They just want to just, you know, put you down. But then, like, they always say like, oh, that's the reason why you ain't got no women, like because you can't get me, you can't handle me, you can't handle me. It's like most of these women are thoughts, man, and you know, and it's like it's no point in dating a modern woman in 2023. There's really no point in dating them because they all the same and they all do the same stuff and they all about getting over on men and cheating and it's very few of these chicks out here nowadays that's actually wifey material besides the ones in the old school. But even them, it's like very few of these chicks are actually wifey material. That's what I'm saying. That's why they're lonely, and that's why they probably gonna they probably gonna get a simp to marry them. They want to be validated, but it's no point in even validating these chicks nowadays because they're not even worth validation. They're not wifey material, you know. But that's all I have to say about this, man. Like this N.G.A TV. Hope you subscribe. Hope you like, and I'm just gonna make this one short because I just want to get on here and express my thoughts. But hope you liked it. Hope you subscribe, and I got more coming soon. All right, peace.